Okay, guys, welcome to this week's Internet Business School Marketing Surgery session, where we give you free advice and guidance on all different areas of marketing and business. And this week, what we're going to be looking at is how to build a quiz lead magnet using AI. Now, I know many weeks ago, I think Vish done a session on building one out from scratch with all the questions and everything. What I'm going to be showing you today is how to use AI to quickly build one that's super engaging, looks great, and then you can connect that with your forms and stuff within the platform. Okay. But first off, has anyone gone through like a lead magnet quiz before? Let me just go on to the next slide. Is anybody here? Give me some yes or no. So when I talk about a lead magnet, first off, to explain that just very quickly, we're talking about something of value that you're giving away for free in exchange for contact information for a lead. Okay. So that might be, for example, an ebook, a PDF, a mini course, could be some people give away a whole book for free in exchange for contact details of potential customers. Okay. So, I mean, first off, to guarantee I'm going to get responses out of you guys, who has ever opted in for a lead magnet for like an ebook, something free that someone's giving away? There should be plenty of thank you. Here we go. Yes. Me. Good. Right. Now, when we talk about quizzes, this is a much more engaging asset to give to people because there's a certain inquisitiveness. So, for example, we done one before. We've had a few. We had one that went crazy viral. We spent minimal amounts on Facebook ads for this, and it was a real clickbaity. How long? The question it was asking was how long before AI takes your job, and then it asked people a series of questions, and at the end, it gave people an exact date as to when AI was going to take their job. So, for example, if it was somebody working in, I don't know, maybe copywriting, for example, the result they might have got said might be like December 2026. If you're a farmer, the result might have been in December 3035. Yeah, 2035, sorry, for example. But what that was, it was real clickbait. It's engaging. People are interested in getting the answers. So what you find is you will often get a greater, if you're running ads, you'll get a greater conversion rate on them because they're engaged and people are a bit inquisitive. Okay. So now knowing that, who has ever gone through something like that where they've maybe seen an advert or gone onto a website or a homepage, it said, answer these 5 questions to find out what dog breed you might be a good fit for, or answer these 5 questions to see what trousers are best fit for you, or answer these 5 questions to work out what business type you're best suited to. So yeah, you're probably right, Bimby. You might be a case you've done it, not even realizing it's a quiz. You might be thinking, oh, these are just 5 questions I'm asking, 10 questions, 100 questions to be given something for free with some results. Okay. Now, I thought I'd just I'm not, as you know, last time I think I said I hadn't done any slides. So I felt like I should do some this time, but only 2. Didn't want to go over the top. But here's a little breakdown of why quizzes are so good. All right. So you'll often find that they're a lot more interactive and people are more intrigued and give it a go than if it's just a PDF. And also you'll find the amount of people that will download a PDF lead magnet, they'll take that, probably may never even look at it. Whereas at least with a quiz, they're doing it actively whilst they're there with you. So they've come to your homepage, seen the ad, and they're actively entering the details, getting engaged, thinking about the answers, and then they'll reach a point where they're given answers and you're then pushing them into the direction of a next step. So you've got them there. All right. Personalization at scale. Every visitor gets the results that are specified to them. So what we're talking about in this quiz is we're not looking at doing one that just gives the same results for everybody, regardless of their answers. So the way this works and what AI will do is it will basically score each answer, and then dependent on the score generated at the end of the questions, will then produce a certain results page for them. So we had one that was all about what internet business is best for you. So we took them through a series of questions, and then when they clicked submit results, dependent on what answer they'd given, it might suggest a certain online business type. It might be, so it might push them to affiliate marketing. It might push them to create an e-com store. It might push them to create an agency. It might push them to become a digital marketer. So do you know, does that make sense, guys? Just let me know I'm making sense. And I can hear myself echoing around this room. So, okay, thank you. Thank you. So we're not looking at driving everybody to the same answer. We're looking at getting information and then pointing them into a tailored response. So it's a lot more engaging for them. All right. Curiosity is a hook. People can't resist finding out the answers to questions about themselves. Hence why our When Will AI Take Your Job quiz done so well. You learn about your audience. Every quiz submission tells you something valuable about the person who completed it. So what you can do as well with these quizzes is collect the information. So when you're doing a follow-up with them afterwards, depending on their results, you can then approach them with the right product or offer or service. Yeah. Viral and shareable. You can always, on all these quizzes, you can say like, oh, share your results with your friends, and then they can post it on social media. And then there'll be options for new people that you've not even targeted to do the quiz as well. Works for any niche, same format, same question. Well, not same questions, different questions. Results works for all niches. You know, you could do a dog walking one, you could do it for fashion, you could do it for health, you could do it for well-being, you could do it for online business, you could do it for all sorts of things. Quizzes fit everything. And like I said before, a higher quality of lead, because people are taking the time to enter information whilst they're there with you. So by the time they complete it, they're still there. Instead of it just being a first name, last name, email, submit, give me the form, right, I'll see you later. All right. And of course, now AI makes it fast. The biggest barrier to building quizzes before was trying to come up with everything yourself. Whereas this, like I'm going to show you, will do everything from scratch. Okay. Now, I've got something set up that I'm going to build a quiz on, but in case somebody out there has a specific niche they might want me to do a demonstration for, you are welcome to now enter this. This may come back to haunt me, but you're welcome to enter in the chat. In fact, let me open this question box as well in case anyone's put stuff there. If there is anything you guys out there would like me to try. Okay, I've here switch machine to be on the table. I'm new. Oh, Howard Foot. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I didn't notice the Q&A box, guys. So drop all the messages in the chat if you can, Howard. But that is perfect. Came through. Excellent. Brilliant. Lovely to have you here, Howard. Really good to see you here. Okay, let's have a look. So, guys, I can see some suggestions coming through. Have a bit of water. This room's heating up a little bit. Okay, let's have a look, see what we've got. So we've got to entice people into purposeful retirement communities. We've got relationship attachment styles, secure, anxious avoidance, wealth, mentality, physical health, spiritual well-being. Okay. Okie dokie. Right. Relationship attachment styles. Karen, what is the actual business? What's the actual business, just out of interest? And Bimby, if it entice people into personal retirement community. And Bimby, are you talking about like the retirement communities in the housing, like the flats people can retire into? Is that what you mean? Sorry, everybody else, just wait a second. I'm just going to see if there's one that we can give a demo on. If not, I'm going to step in and just do one myself. Psychology coach. The quiz can help them define which attachment style they are. I'll tell you what, let's give this a go. Bimby, I'll do a demonstration for you next time, okay? Digital, there, here we go. This is something a bit more in-house, digital products. Okay. Right. I tell you, we're going to try relationship psychology coach. Okay. Let's try this. If this goes wrong, Karen, I'm blaming you. But okay, right. So this is the build process, guys. This is what we're going to be looking at doing. First off, we're going to have a squeeze page because not everyone's going to know who you are. So we're going to do this on the assumption that you've found these leads somewhere, whether it be Facebook ads or maybe you've got a little pop up on your home page and you've pushed people to a squeeze page that's going to tell them a bit about the quiz. On that page is going to be an opt-in form. When they complete the opt-in form, they're going to be taken into the quiz where they can answer the questions. And then at the end of the questions, it's going to show a results page. And then from there, you can direct them to the next step. Okay, right. Build time. Now let's reduce this. Close that. Let's close some things down. I'm going to be using AI to try to do as much of this as possible. And we're going to start off. Okay, let's bring this up here. I'm just going to reduce my chat window down for a second. But Karen, I'm going to be coming back to you in a second. All right. Okay, guys, here we go. So we're going to start off in our Ultimate Business System because this is where I'm going to be building everything today. We are going to go to sites and we're going to build a new funnel. Bum, 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 bum. I really hope everything holds out internet wise. So we're going to do IBS Karen quiz. Okay, let's go. Bum, bum, bum. Now, what we're going to be doing to speed all this up for the design process is all based around HTML, like code, CSV code, all that sort of stuff, which is basically a copy and paste job. So don't be put off when you start seeing matrix numbers appear on this page in a second, all right? So add a new step. We're going to call this squeeze page. And then in a second, we are going to use Claude for some of the what's the right word? Design and content. Let's create from blank. Bum, 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 bada, bum, bum. Okay. Right. Now then, we are going to add a section. We're going to add an element, which is going to be code, okay, at the top. Then we are going to come over here to Claude, and I'm going to bring up the chat window just in case people are asking. Oh, hi, Hazel. Good to see you. Don't worry. No, so, right. Can you come up with well, pre-wrote this earlier, but what we're going to do now is use Karen's bit of information. So, can you come up with an amazing quiz I can use as a lead magnet, please? My niche is I am a relationship psychology coach. The quiz can help them design. Oh, in fact, what we're going to do is see what quiz ideas. Can you start by coming up 5 ideas for a fun quiz that I could use to run traffic to, please? Let's see what it says. Bum, 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 bada, bum. Okay, here we go. So now it's given me some ideas. So Karen, can you see my screen okay? If you can, have a quick look at these. So idea 1, what is your relationship attachment style? This is basically what it's going to be asking people, okay? So you got to think when you're coming up with these quizzes, you want it to be something highly engaging, something that's going to grab people's attention and someone that's going to get the most amount of people through. But also remember, you can have multiple quizzes. So you could really niche down into different focal points. Is your relationship built to last? What is sabotaging your love life? What kind of partner are you really? Are you ready for a healthy relationship? Does that sound like it's on point, Karen? Let me know. Is that sort of saying? Yeah, okay, great. So Claude is recommending go with idea 1. What is your relationship attachment style? Okay. Right, which is here is why attachment. Yeah, okay. Well, let's just go with that one. We're going to go with idea 1. Okay. Okay, let's do idea 1. Now we're going to keep this quiz to let's do 7 questions. Can you create me a 7-question quiz for this? So what we're doing now is we're creating the questions. This will also churn out the results to go with it. So basically attaching scores depending on the results. Okay. And then it will lead out to um, what am I trying to say? It will lead out to a results page. Okay. But in a second, I'm going to ask it to help me with a squeeze page, but I want it to understand the context of the next step first. Right. Okay. Right. So now, first, can you create me a simple um, squeeze page I can use to go in front of this quiz? If I give you the code for a form, can you embed it, embed it into the page for me? Good. I want the form to then take people to the quiz. Let's see if that's okay. And now, hopefully, that says, yeah, that's all great, Max. It sounds like a fantastically good idea. Then I will. Oh, sorry, Bimby. When I explain the term squeeze page, everybody just think of it as a sales page, basically. So we're getting people to a more informative page just to give them more detail about what they're going to be going into. So for this quiz, for example, we want people to be able to go there and see what it is, what it's about, what they're going to get, and what they need to do now, which is enter details into a form. Okay, does that make sense, Bimby? So essentially, it's like a sales page, just a simplified one. Okay, what we're going to do now is absolutely drop your form embed code. So we are now going to go and create a form to use for our quiz. All right. So to do that, I'm going to come back here. I'm just going to reduce the chat again. And then I'm going to come out of this. Oh, I hate when it does this. Sorry, guys. Let me just move that over a touch. Perfect. And what I'm going to do is duplicate this just so I can open two things at the same time. Bum, 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 bum. Whilst this loads, guys, just let me know, is this sort of thing useful for you? Is this, I'd like to think at the end of this session, you can go away and have a play doing this yourself. Just using AI to come up with quizzes. I think what you'll see is quite entertaining. So create a form, start from scratch, create. Okay, form. This is going to be called I'm as Karen quiz opt in. Oh, dodgy writing. That's okay. And we're just going to go first name, last name. Don't care about email this time, and we'll leave them all in there. I don't care too much about the design at this stage. We're going to save that. Now, to get your form embedded into what Claude is going to try and create, you're going to need to go and get the code for it. And to do that, please don't get concerned about this. You're just going to hit integrate, look for whatever platform you're using, look for the embed code. All right. And you're just going to copy embed code. All right. Now you're going to go back to where is she gone? Oh, it's up here. Oh, Claude's here. Right. Sorry, guys. Okay. So here is the forms embed code. Boom. So that you see all that there? That's basically telling the platform that's the code to use. Okay. Let's come up with what was the other one? What this is what the form redirect points to. So, for example, that you have not set a URL just yet. Give me a placeholder on my click. Wait, this is what the form redirect points to after someone submits their details. Oh, perfect. So we're going to. Do you have a logo? Okay, let's not worry about the. Okay. Don't worry about the URL just yet. Howard, you could be right. This is not my biggest skill set when it comes to JavaScript and all this stuff. I just know that AI is making it a hell of a lot easier. And branding wise, I tell you, let's make it very English yet. Um, uh, be creative with your design, something on topic with this niche. But on Instagram without a website. Yes, you could, Marie. So essentially what you'd need to do is, let me think that through. So on Instagram, if you could do a post on Instagram with maybe a little link under it that then sends people straight into the quiz. You could also have, you might be able to set up the quiz inside there as well. But off the top of my head, let me have a play with that first. So this is now building that for me. Be hosted. So, let's have a quick look. You can create a free landing page inside free Mailchimp. Absolutely. A lot of platforms you'll be using on the most basic level will all have some type of landing page, sales page built into it at the entry level. And welcome. Don't worry about it. Good to see you. Where would the quiz be hosted? So I'll show you. We're going to be hosting ours inside our Ultimate Business System. Okay, guys. So hopefully, this is where I'm hoping this demonstration doesn't fall down with this process. This is now trying to build me a quick squeeze page. So let's put our fingers together. Any questions, guys, whilst we wait? Please don't take too long. Please don't take too long. Enko, just so you know what we're doing today, we are creating a quiz lead magnet using AI. Okay. So at the moment, we're just in a quick process of creating a squeeze page or like landing page, for want of a better word, or sales page for the quiz with a built-in opt-in form and then going on from there. Oh no. Worries me when this takes too long, guys. This could be my downfall. I'll ask the question higher about code. Let's have a quick look. Perfect, Bimby. When a large language such as Claude generates a code, can that same code be used in other languages? Yes. Yes, it should be. Because the code being generated is generic. Like, for example, I just took an embed code out of one platform and put it in here, and it all linked together. In fact, whilst this is waiting to do this, what we're going to do very quickly is I'm going to want this. Oh, no, I'll do it in a minute. That just looked like it was doing something. Aha, perfect. So this is going to be my squeeze page, landing page, whatever I want to call it. Okay. Take the free quiz now. That'll be where the code should go. If it doesn't, I'm going to have to do that manually. But now we're going to copy that code. Build this now. Stage 2. Okay. So set up, create a new funnel. Yep, done that. It even tells you what to do, guys. Look. Set up their forms, then build up, open carrying quiz up to click options. Honestly, redirect to URL and landing page. Quiz. Okay, right, cool. So we're going to copy this, and we're going to go back to our form, and we put custom code in there. Open code editor, paste that in there, and then hopefully it'll get save. Nope. Come out of the way. Save. Right. Quickly connect a domain to that. Save. Publish. Now, fingers crossed, that should now, when I open this, take us to this page. And there's the form at the bottom. Fantastic. Okay. So, perfect. So, guys, what I've done there, by the way, I know this is related to a quiz, but you could do that for websites, all sorts of stuff. Okay. Now, how do I say this? By the way, Howard, this will be on the YouTube channel. I'll drop the link at the end. Okay. So, step 1 is complete. I now have very simple. You can see why it's giving a bit more information, and you can always go through and have more. The more you know about your topic or niche, you can talk to Claude or whatever AI you're using, and you all know whether or not this is on point, Karen, for example. But you could then ask it to give more information. You thought you might say, "Oh, can you have my bio at the bottom, etc., etc." Okay. So next up, we are going to now say, can you now create the quiz and results page, please? And give me a URL to put on the submit button on my form. Go. Okay, waiting game begins again. Just out of interest, has anybody ever used AI to create sales pages, opt-in pages, reg pages, landing pages, anything like that? Not yet, but you see how straightforward it is. Like realistically, for me to come up with this design and build that all, I could do it. Is it going to be that quick? Absolutely not. Interesting. Tony, just out of interest, where did you was it? Where was it that you failed when you were trying to do it? Please let me know because it's probably a common obstacle that other people have done too. For example, I've failed doing it before, but when it's linked to multiple different sections of code and having to get my head around where I have to break things up sometimes. Right, let's see how Claude's getting on. Oh, I think might have missed some questions in here, or I've answered them. Okay, no, they're all good. They're all good. They're all good. They're good. I can ignore them. How's Claude doing? Okay, building a URL for form submit button. This needs to be the URL of your quiz page instead of like that. Yeah, that's fine. Go into a funnel, attach includes. Ah, right, perfect. Okay, building now. Long I need to find. Okay, time, no worries. So, building the results and okay, perfect. There for your form, submit button. This needs to be. See what I mean as well? It tells you what you need to be doing. If you're doing this, our platform is built and hosted on Go High Level. So as long as you tell it that, it will do its best to guide you exactly what to do. So you could do the same whether you're using ClickFunnels, Infusionsoft, System.io, whether you're using MailChimp, whatever it be, you can do the same thing. You're going to have to work out, obviously, how that associates to yours. And also ours probably would save you money long term in any case. So this needs to be all right. Okay, let's see how it's getting on. Right, so that's running that. Now, we need now to have, we need to build the funnel. Now, what I mean by this, so we've got this page is the, what do you call it? The landing page, squeeze page, okay? But we now to add a new step because basically you're now going to have this page as first landing page. Then once they complete that form, they're going to need to go through to another page where we're going to put the quiz, and then there's going to be a results page. Okay. In fact, we could probably not need a results page, but let's so name for page. This is now going to be quiz. Path is just going to be quiz. Create funnel step. Drum roll. Da, da, da. Okay, we're going to create from blank, and we're going to do the same again. Just put in there some custom code block or element to then copy across once Claude gives us that. All right. Just whilst it loads. Okay. Right. Blank section. We're going to add, and we're going to search for code. Bush. Done. And this is going to be, oh, now what we need to do is take this bit of code here. We're going to go to where we built the form. And when this submit button is, let's get this out of the way. Got too many things in. Submit button is pressed. I hate when it does this. Form. Submit. Where are you? Am I going blind? On submit, we want that to go. Where is it? I'm going crazy. On submit, settings. Settings? Is it settings? Oh, here we go. Right. Okay. Drive myself crazy then. So obviously when people push this button, we need them to go somewhere. At the moment, they're just disappearing into the ether. But what we need them to do is go through to the next page. So that's where this is the step 2. This is the quiz URL. So when they click this button, they need to go to this page. That makes sense, guys? And to do that, we're going to go settings, and we are going to go on submit. We want them to go to redirect, and we're going to go to that page. All right. We're going to save that. Also, remember, guys, on the submission of this, we're going to want to tag them as somebody that has completed this form. Okay. If we've got time, we'll do that too. Okay. So let's have a little look, see how we're doing over here. Okie dokie. Here we go. Right. We've got the results page and the building now, squeeze page ready to download, bam. That's that there. Zero form submission, bam. Your 3-step squeeze page is done. Okay, we want 3 things up once you have your quiz file, your results page does. Right. Quiz. Let's click on that. We're going to copy this and plonk this in here. Let's get rid of that again. Sorry. Open code, paste, place this URL. What was that saying there? What is your attachment? Where is it? I just saw something right above. Replace this URL with your results page URL in Go High Level. But okay, gotcha. All right, hold on. And what we're going to do is publish that. But we're also going to go back and quickly and create a results page. Sorry if I'm getting this confusing you at all here, guys. And we're going to do a results page as well because it's asked me to. Results. Create funnel. Same again. We're just going to open this and put some code in. Create from blank. We're going to have the moment of truth soon. Right. Add code again. Code. Custom code. Save. Publish. Now, just to make sure everything's connected properly, here's what we're going to do. We are going to go to quiz page, and we are going to copy that, and we're going to pop that in here. Quiz URL is this, and then it's going to do everything for us. Results page URL is this. We're going to jump back to the results. We're going to copy that. Right. And then I'm going to ask, can you now update the codes so I can copy and paste them onto my quiz page and results page in GHL. Okay, let me quickly bring up questions. Oh, no, don't need that anymore. Let's get rid of that. Questions, where are you? Participants, chat. There we go. Okay, guys. Right, that's now thinking. Is everyone still with me out there? Is everyone still with me? I know I've jumped around a little bit here. There probably would have been a smoother way of doing this. But hopefully you're able to rinse and repeat this when you go through it. Thank you, Michael. You're still with me. Hazel's still with me. Anyone else still with me? Tony, you still with me? Bimby, you still with me? The other Karen, you still? Marie, still with me? Paulina, you still with me? Thank you, Karen. I'm doing this all for you, Karen. Is this helping at all, Karen? Does this look like something that you could actually use? Yes, Paulina, this will be recorded. Okay, here we go. So, Okay, so now we're going to go to quiz page is now updated. We're going to go to the code, copy, and we are on the quiz page. We're going to update this. And in a second, I'm going to have to do a demo of this, and hopefully it all works. Because if not, You then just have to go through the comments. By the way, guys, when you're setting these things up, if they don't work, don't beat yourself up. Okay. Just have some more conversation with AI and to say, look, it seems like this isn't working. What could be a simple fix? And 9 times out of 10, it'll just be something very simple that you haven't done. Results. We're going to take that code, boom, copy. Okay. Open code editor for the results. Copy that in there. Save. Publish. Well, guys, here we go. Should we give it a little test run? Right. So, moment of truth. Let's have a chat because if this goes wrong, you can all laugh at me. Okay, so we should be able to enter our information here. So we're going to go M, L, and I've got let's do that one. Yep, yep. Submit. Now it should take us to the quiz, fingers crossed. Okay, quiz is started. Bosh, here we go. So now remember, the way this set up, you could go through this as many times as you like, giving different answers, and you're never going to see this. Well, depend on how many categories there are, but in theory, the results that it gives you are tailored to the answers that you give during the quiz. Okay, so I'm just going to fly through these. Bum, bum, bum. I turned. And you can make these as long or as short as you like. Bum, bum. See my results, fingers crossed. Bosh, there we go. So now it has given me my attachment style, secure attachment. You love with confidence and trust. Okay. And it gives you some blurb, gives you some value, ready to go deeper. Now, with your quizzes, the first off, is everyone pretty impressed with how quickly I've now got what looks like something that took, well, I actually had to build one of these before AI was around and it took weeks. So can everyone just appreciate how quickly we've just managed to put this together? I'm hoping you see the value in this. I'm hoping. Thank you, Howard. Thank you. Thank you, frankly. Thank you. And you don't have to use Claude. You can use whatever AI you like. The process is still the same. Okay. Now, with your quizzes, Karen, for example, we've built this for you. What you can do as well is change the next step because obviously what you want to do, you don't want people just to do this and then just leave. You want them to do this and then you want there to be a follow-up or a next step. So what you might have is something here that then takes a next step and books a phone call. Or maybe it takes them onto a mini series. You might want to give them something else for free, just trying to build that relationship with them. Or you might let them think, well, let them just have this moment. Okay. What you can do, I'm not going to go into it right now, is that you can have their results basically Go High Level can and AI can talk to each other, and the results can be sent into Go High Level, and then Go High Level can then send them a follow-up email sequence that you would create based off of their results. Okay. So always think about the next step. So now what I could do is have this button. I know there's nothing attached to it at the moment, so it's not going to work. But I could have that button go to a website. I wouldn't go website. I'd go directly to something tangible. So it might be a little help guide. It might be a phone call. It might be an opt-in to a free training. It might be an ebook. Absolutely, could be an ebook. Could be like if I was going to do one of these for us, the demo I was going to give would lead into this surgery. So some quiz about how good your marketing ability or what flaws do you have in your marketing, what flaws do you have in your business. Take them for a load of questions at the end, give them a result, and then say, look, next step, why not join us for free every week? We've already got your details. Just click here to opt in, and then I'd have them registered for free. So then I've got them on a database, giving them more value. So that'd be a step. But then always, you've got to look at the value of where you're giving them, but also think of the sales process of how am I going to get, you've given them something, but at the same time, sometimes they need to pay for it. They might not know this yet, but for them to get over their obstacle, the thing that they're looking to fix, may require them to spend money with you. And from a sales perspective, sometimes don't always think sales is a bad thing. Think of it more as you're helping somebody achieve the thing they need to achieve, even if they've got to spend money to do it. Because they might be in the same place in a year's time, but they could have spent 50 quid with you today and be £10,000 better off next week or next year instead of just sitting in the same place. So sometimes wrap your head around that if you're scared about selling things. Now, real quick, we'll do one more thing. When you are doing this sort of thing, your form that you have, whichever form you build, whatever platform you're on, I love Go High Level more. We used it, it's fantastic. What you want to do is we are going to create a little automation based off of that form. Okay. So what we're going to do is automations, and we are going to, I don't know what that chime is on my laptop. It drives me crazy. I've got too many tabs open to know. We're going to create a workflow, start from scratch. We're going to call it IBS test Karen. The trigger is going to be form submission. Okay. The form submitted is the one we just built. Form is IBS, there is Karen Quiz opt-in. Save. When they complete that form, I want to tag them, add contact tag, select tag. We're going to call it that, add new tag. So I know that when people are entering our database, if I ever want to group the people that have done that opt-in form and create that quiz, I know I can then just search for that tag and it'll bring up everybody that's done that. All right. So I'm going to add that tag. And then what I'm going to do is I might choose to wait, might wait an hour, wait for 1 hour, 1 hour. And then I'm going to send them an email. And that email, you could get Claude to write this email too. You could get Claude to say, write me an email to for all those people that have completed the quiz and want to find out more about relationships, want to get access to another new tool, want to speak to somebody. And so you can send them that follow-up email, and you might have a big long nurture sequence. You might email them once every day, every other day for the next 2 weeks, just trying to remind them of something. Or you might put them into a bit of a sequence where you give them a little message every day, every other day, just about relationship advice. So it might be a new little takeaway, a little bit of gold every other day, just to keep you on their mind before you say, why don't we speak on the phone? How have things been going? Okay. So always think, no matter what, whenever you're doing any type of lead magnet or opt-in, always think about what the end goal is for that customer. Where do you want that lead to go? Is it just a bit of fun and you want them to come in and just be like, okay, great, I'm just a number in a database? Or is there something you want to actually sell them? Okay. Did I miss about how you tag them? Oh, Bimby. So yes. So what you do is, so the question was, did I miss the bit about how you tag them? So to tag people, what I've done here is create an automation to do this. So the automation starts off, the trigger, this is what you say. In fact, what I'll do is let me quickly go back and I'll just delete this and do it again. Delete all actions, delete, 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 delete. Delete, 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 delete. Okay. Right. So Bimby, quick lesson. With forms, you can add a new trigger based on them completing a form. So the form submitted, add, so you can have different options here, but we're going for form submitted. Filter by the form is, which is basically the name of the form. And then the name of the form is this one, save. So that means anybody that completes that form will come into this automation. Then I can add, and then I can select add contact tag. If you can't see it, you can just search at the top, tag, add contact tag. And then If you've got tags already created you want to apply, you can search for them. So you might do like 30, whatever it be. But I think there we go. That's the one I created earlier. Or you could just type it in again, tag in whatever you want it to be, and then click add new tag, and that will create this tag for you. But I'm just going to do the same one we used before. Boom, save. So this now means anybody that completes that form comes into here and gets that tag. All right, Bimby, does that answer the question for you? Perfect. All good. Right, guys, any questions at all? I hope everyone's enjoyed that session. I'm just pleased it worked. Nothing worse than building something in a live demonstration and then it decides to just call it a day. Just we're just not going to work, and I'm not going to tell you why. So yeah, hopefully that was enjoyable for everybody. Let me get the YouTube link for anybody that missed it. Howard, let me get that for you. YouTube. I know it's YT forward slash. It's this one. Uh, to everybody. Right, that is the YouTube channel link. Okay, bit.ly forward slash YouTube. What? Sorry, YT hyphen surgery. Okay. Bum. Karen, if you like, I will leave that. Where's that URL? In case this is useful for you. I haven't set this up to, in fact, I'm not going to where's that automation, just in case you end up playing around with it. What I'll do is I'm going to delete this. I'll leave that in draft mode actually, so that's fine. But in case you want to replicate it, Karen, or if anybody else wants to copy it or have a look at it and have a play with it, that is what we've just built. All right. I have, let me see if that, because ideally, if you're going to do it, I don't want that form to start bringing you all into the database again. So let me have a little play real quick. How can I do that? Oh, in fact, I'll tell what we do. Right, I'm going to give you instead let's just go to I'll give you the quiz page. Okay, just bear in mind, if you complete that form, you will come into the database again, and you'll probably get more emails than you should be getting. So in case anybody wants to have a little bit of fun with that again and just look at the questions or design. Where's my chat window gone? Good sake. Chat. That is the quiz page. Okay, so if you go straight to that bottom one, can I get rid of that? Well, let me delete. Let's delete the first one. Delete. Right, so there's the quiz page. You can go straight to that. If you want to go through the quiz, you can, and that won't bring you into the database. All right. Okay, guys. Last chance to get any questions if there are any. Or is everything okay? Everything self-explanatory? Everything rosy? No worries, BB. Thank you. Everything good. Thank you, Karen. Okay, guys. Well, I think I will leave you to it there. I hope love to see you all again. And we will see you next time. Thank you for joining, as always. Thanks for joining us today, Howard. I know it's your first time. Thanks to everybody else. Some familiar faces, everyone new. Lovely to see you all. And I will see you on the next one. All good, guys. Have a lovely week, and I'll speak to you all soon. Cheers, guys.